21. 1.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Natural Nerds. We're a large group of best friends that quickly became family and live all over the country. Refuse to let that stop us from doing what we love. Tonight, back in Ixalan. If my players could all roll me 1d20, don't mind.
A D what? I'm sorry, DM?
20.
Okay.
I was just hold on breaking up a bit. Don't have great Discord. Ah, there we go. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow, so
Finally.
yeah. So the weather's probably messing with the. Okay. So, Clay, you're not in roll 20, but down the line, Slicker.
That would be a 3.
Levy,
5.
Pax,
15.
1-5 or 1-8,
1-5.
and Kalea.
12.
Okay. Pax, if you don't mind, please give a recap.
Excuse me. At this time on Dragon Ball Z, the group had finally made it back to this ship after something levy. When they came aboard the ship, they were questioning our fair resident captain's assistant, I guess we would say. Vraska, that's her name. On the goings on, and she quickly let them know that Pax had been doing something with Ludwin. It was very. She was mum on the goings on, but you have a long rest, and everybody got to actually take one. Then we woke up to Ludwin declaring that he did it and out bursting out. And that was the last time we really saw of him. Oh, okay. Anyway, um, you then saw Pax emerge from the smoke, looking the worse for wear, clammy and sweating, clinging to the wall. Um, Flicker decided, as well as everywhere else, to go into town to peruse the library. Um, Myself accompanied them, but we were waylaid by the fact that I needed a tailor. So we found some new clothes. Flicker got a hat. And we made it to the library, in which we found some very, very interesting information that we were all digesting. Road so far.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and take your point of inspiration. So,
Thank you, DM.
no problem. The silence around you. Nothing but books and your companions. Feels strange. Very quiet. There's not a lot of people in the library. Granted, it is daytime, so it seems, I guess, normal for this area. The bookkeeper or librarian, you don't hear footsteps from downstairs. You don't hear anything. They've made no notion towards acknowledging your presence or anything of the sort. You scour through your books, and the floor is yours.
I'll bring the books I found over to Levy and put them on the table. I'm not very good at reading, but these are about his contact. And this real shiny one looks very important.
Well, let us peruse through these. And, which one would you like to start with, Flicker? They are your finds.
Save the best for last. And start with his blue bound book.
Well, that sounds fair enough to me. And I'll,
Okay.
crack it open and put the book between us where we can both read from it. And I'll be helping you along with your reading some.
I'm much obliged. Like I said, I only draw pictures for the most part.
Yes.
X is going to sit down next to you, Flicker. He's going to take out his blanket that he took from the ship and wrap it around himself and pull out the book that he got, the one made of flesh. I found this about Phyrexians and the threat that they pose. Just in case we a good reference, I'm going to be copying over.
I'm sorry, I was breaking up with what was that last part?
I'm going to be copying over these whatever I can find about Phyrexians. If you need any aid on anything, just let me know.
Of course. Oh, you guys are some great teachers.
Okay. So, starting with the blue book,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and give me a history check first.
This is going to be from both of us.
You can do it either separately or one of you can do it with advantage.
Yeah, because I was gonna say history, and I'm from here.
Mhm.
If it has to do with anything, well, it's Kanta. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, so take advantage.
or I'm not very good at history, but I'll take advantage. Okay. Okay. All right. They were both 14 plus 2 for 16.
Okay. So, most of these pages are blank or seem to be ripped out. But as you crack it open, you can feel something on the outside. So you look at it, it starts to change from that blue velvety. Feel something kind of growing, and you look at the symbol, and it's the shape of an island with waves above it. Okay. So as you're trying to decipher through the few pages of text that are here, you learn that Azcanta is a sunken ruin, and it houses all the learning of a long forgotten age, including all the magics, all technology, architecture,
I'm sorry, a long
everything else.
forgotten what, DM?
Age.
Oh, okay.
Um, you learn that it is it it was, I should say, not currently is, in the inner sea. So on that map where it had been pointed out, pull that up for everybody. Oop, there you go. Azcanta is in this general vicinity in the inner sea. Um, it sank long ago, long, long ago. Wars and cultures decided that they warred over the territory, and eventually they decided that it was too dangerous to keep. So they destroyed the island and sank it below the sea. Now, people of this day and age continue to search for it, looking for the power they might gain from it.
Are we sure we want to take our stowaway with us there?
Yes, that is a very good question indeed.
If I may, I think she would prove a boon for now because of her clout that she brings in case we are waylaid while at sea.
Yes, it
This is
might be
true,
best
and
to build up our own crew if we do worry about her.
That is a good point.
we've seen what. I mean, she's also seen what we can do, but we've seen what she can do so far.
Yes, and I imagine there's a lot she has not shown us yet.
Everyone stay on your toes. If that's the way we're going to be headed, then keep your enemies or keep your friends close.
I do not particularly follow those pretense. Because all the betters, Pax makes a stabbing motion. In stab you.
This is very true. I've seen my own share of mutiny before.
He adjusts his glasses and goes back to annotating.
That is about everything you get from the book on Iskanta.
Okay. And as the three of us sit there, presumably pondering this discussion a bit, I'll almost mindlessly take the golden tomb and pull it between us and open that as well. Well, care to join me? I look to Flicker.
Of course, Kalaya, you seem pretty interested in this when I found it as well.
Very much so. Where I'm from, gold is, let's say, important. Probably differently than here because it's more common. But I'm very interested in that book.
It's not every day you see a book made out of gold. And I look over Levy's shoulder.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a mystery check. History check.
Ooh, mystery
yeah.
check.
I mean, yeah.
Did
Ruh-oh,
somebody take Candlekeep?
So, from now on, mystery check is going to be canon. It will be a d20 plus whatever the hell I say, and yeah, and it'll give you whatever information I decide.
Oh, goodness.
Oh yeah.
I'm for it, honestly.
It's a fucking mimic. Everybody run.
-10 for you. -10 for you. You get a +10 because that's really funny and I want to see what happens.
Wait, real quick, check under your seat. -10 for you.
Oh, my goodness. I always wanted one.
Did you really fall for that?
Yes.
All right.
All I
Yeah.
found was more stool.
Yeah. History check. Let's hear you. Either separate or advantage.
You can take advantage again.
Oh God, why do? I'm gonna use that mystery check for Candlekeep too.
Right.
Okay. Bottom one was a 2, high one was a 16 for an 18.
Okay, an 18. So, there's no actual writing in this book. It's more similar to hieroglyphs, runes.
Could I per se help with that if it's runes? Like
Uh,
hieroglyphics?
Are you familiar with the language, or what would you be trying to do to help with?
Just I imagine where I'm from, hieroglyphics is kind of more of a thing, so maybe I could try to find similarity in it
Okay.
to what I know. Just to maybe get
you know what,
me
go
in the ballpark.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a general intelligence check.
Okay.
I'm a since there's symbols and stuff, Fliggers, or I'm going to take out my book and draw down some of these runes and hieroglyphs.
Okay, so 14.
14. Okay, now go ahead and give me a general wisdom.
Okay. 18.
Okay, perfect. So, as you're looking over their shoulder, you recognize pattern. You don't necessarily recognize any of the pictures or the, these kind of runes or hieroglyphs themselves. But you recognize patterns. Because, again, that's similar writing style. So you notice that some words are out of order, some sentences are completely backwards, and some paragraphs are upside down. Each singular hieroglyph is on a small golden square. Each page is segmented into 16 pieces, or 16 squares. So you recognize the patterns, and Flicker, you recognize the actual symbols and the hieroglyphs themselves. Don't know what some of them mean, but with Kalea's help and with Levy there kind of guiding guiding the pages, like jumping back and forth, because some of the pages are out of order too. There's a lot to it, and it's just so strange. And some of the pages are almost like the square puzzles where you have to move the pages around, like the picture around, to complete it. But with the three of you working on it, you managed to figure it out after about 20 or so minutes. There's 30 pages in the book. About 7 of them have the puzzles that you have to figure out. But basically what you can decipher from all of that is that Orazca was Sun Empire's capital for many centuries. And tribute from all across Ixalan was brought to adorn its palaces and temples. Gold covers nearly every building in the city, and jade inlays reflect the influence of the ancient merfolk who shared Orazca with the humans of the Empire. For centuries, the earth was closed up over the Golden City, hiding its secrets and its treasures from all who sought it. For a long time, 3 golden spires were its only visible signs where they rose above the forest floor. It is known as the legendary Golden City, obviously. It's hidden in the uncharted jungles of the continent of it, so the mainland of which you're on. This city housed a very powerful item called the Immortal Sun. And you see that, not the Legion of Dusk symbol, but you see, Levy, you recognize the rising sun, and can kind of compare that to the setting sun of the dusk. It is said that who succeeds in controlling the city will wield the greatest power of the plane. And that's only said because no one has found Escanta to date. And there was... Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say that Pax would have given you all room to arrange all of this, and have been looking at you very intently.
You see us just looking over it intensely and switching pages back and forth in quick succession. Kalia is pointing out this there, and Flicker
Well, I know
translating.
that rune right there. I know that one.
My word, they're working together. Pax writes in his notebook.
You should have seen us kick ass at the arena, Pax.
Oh yes, that was
Oh,
a
not me.
wonderful time.
Yes, I
Oh.
would love to hear about it. Maybe this evening. But and Pax is going to stand on a chair and get some perspective. Is it essentially just like a map, or just like conglomeration of pages that translate to a cipher?
Conglomeration. It translates to a cipher. Yeah, and unfortunately, like, there's points where it looks like it's about to create a map, like a route to get there, and like a puzzle to figure something out. But every time you kind of start to draw something out, it just doesn't make sense. But you get the feeling that it could potentially be a map at some point.
Well, it seems we have a regular old treasure hunt on our hands.
But TM, is anybody watching?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
As he nervously laughs.
Also, DM, with how we were ciphering it, did we figure out those puzzles in those 7 pages, or?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit more. Wanted to give you for that. Okay, so yes. You also find out that for a while there was a race to get to this place. Kumena was the first person to reach the Golden City in centuries. He seated himself in the threefold temple at the pinnacle of the city. When he got there, he awoke the city and the creatures within it. Among the creatures which had been held stasis during the city's long hibernation were the enormous elder dinosaurs. Each of these dinosaurs embodied one aspect of the magic of the land.
Was one of them Rainbow?
Go ahead and give me a investigation.
I'll give her advantage, because I would like
Okay.
to think Flicker has heard of this ancient, enormous dinosaur.
First roll, nat 20.
Perfect.
And there you go. Yes.
She didn't even need me, Flicker.
You see a feather directly after the dinosaurs are mentioned, the elders, and it takes up where most of the hieroglyphs take up like a small portion, and they're kind of directly in the center. This feather is pretty much the size of this square, of this gold piece, and you can tell by some of the cuts and the etching on the design of the feather. It looks exactly like the one Flicker's hat.
Well, we found one of them.
One of what? Are you all relaying this information?
So of course.
Yeah. We're all at the same table, of course. Maybe I shouldn't be showboating this feather quite yet.
I
Perhaps.
don't think so either. It's putting a rather large feather in your cap. My perception check to see if anybody was watching was 22.
22. You don't see anyone, but you hear the light fluttering of tiny wings by your head.
I'm going to look around. Is there anything in visible range?
I mean, if there is, it would be invisible, so it'd be difficult to see.
Good point. Everyone, I think we should, well, transcribe as much as we can. Can I assume, what would you call a check to make sure that if this one is on my shoulder, would it be on everybody else's?
Let's say the perception check is fine, and you can, if you have proficiency, you can add your proficiency again, because you're aware of what you're listening for.
I am proficient. So,
Okay, so yeah, double your proficiency.
So +4 to another 2 to make it a +8. Natural 3 for an 11.
Okay. This is the only one that you can hear aggressively. You do hear the very faint flutter of wings. Not near you. You're just not sure where. And all you can hear is one other set of wings.
Are you quite well there, Pax?
Just getting a little airsick up on this chair. I'm just going to get down and pull my chair in, and I'm going to go to the next free page in the book. I'm going to flutter of wings. My hand over my mouth and say, so you can only hear him. I'm pretty sure we are being watched right now. If we take anything here, we would be known. So I think we should be discreet. And he's going to cough and go back to annotating.
I glance around in search of whoever may be watching us.
And give me a perception check if you like.
And after that, I would like to do something.
Okay.
18.
Okay. You hear the fluttering wings as well. You only hear 2 sets. You don't see where. You're unsure, but you can hear the fluttering.
As I hear this, I put my hands on the table and slowly lift myself and stand up, and I would like to... I start walking towards where I hear the fluttering.
Okay. Oh, no, there's no. Okay, so you hear the one coming from right behind Paxus over his shoulder. and you hear another one coming from across the table, a little bit closer to the stairway that led up.
So I begin by walking to the one that's closest to Pax's. And I gently...
excuse me? What?
Worry not, Paxis. And I lift my hand and put it in the space that I hear the fluttering, presuming I'm seeing nothing.
Yes.
I'm gonna poke it.
Give it a
Go
good
ahead and
booping.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay. Really, if it's small enough, I'd like to try and grab it. $19?
As you reach out, you and Pax both hear the wings go faster, and then suddenly stop, and you feel something in your hand. Small figure.
Without opening my hand yet, keeping my hand cupped very gently, I say, "Are you one of those fey creatures I've been hearing about?" And as I slowly open my fingers, I say, "It might be best if you just show yourself."
As you open your fingers, she uncloaks, and you see this tiny little, just the palm of your hand, little thing with 4 pointed little wings, almost like an iridescent blue. Each one, tiny little green leaves, kind of wearing for armor, almost like kind of think of like Tinkerbell, but more armored, with brown hair, scraggly down to the shoulders, and she just gives you this very disgruntled look, and then she grabs your finger. Go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Yeah.
This is all happening over Pax's shoulder, correct?
It's all happening
Yeah,
so
right next to your face.
fast.
Right next to your dome piece.
That's a 9.
Ow,
Yeah.
you failed.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm sorry for what
Okay.
I'm about to do, guys. No, I'm kidding.
Can I say while she was doing that, I was doing something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
If that's okay. Because I would have
Suspense!
started doing this. I would have started doing this while Levy was doing that. That's why I want to do it before it gets too far. I want to ask Pax for a piece of paper and his pencil.
Okay.
Given freely.
And I don't know if you guys ever did this as a kid. I'm going to put the paper over the page and take the pencil and go over it, since it's like indentations, so that it makes a complete copy. So I'd like to be doing that to the pages while all that's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like when you would
Yeah.
scribble over
Like
a
a-
whole paper?
Yeah.
So that's what I would be doing while that's going on, so that we have that information. So I would be doing that during this time.
Okay. That makes sense. Fair enough.
I'm sorry, that's all. I just didn't want to get too far into the future to where it sounded dumb.
No, it's fine. Okay, so, Levy, what's your current, Jesus, I cannot speak. Words. What is your current emotional state? There we go.
If we're going to be honest here, my current emotional state, 99% of the time, is blank.
Okay, so, as she's grabbing your thumb, she feels very blank. And, looks very confused and at you. And then back at your thumb. And squeezes a little bit harder. And still gets nothing. And then she looks back at you.
Yes, little one. Nothing.
And in fear.
Yes, little one. I do the same thing too.
Yes.
Can you please stop being in my personal space?
She looks over, shrugs and nods.
I put her on the table, as I presume
I
I
was
am
not
still holding
speaking
her.
to you. I was speaking to Levy.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, that's fair. And
Levy boops Pax.
I walk back over to the side of the table that I was on, which is the farthest corner from where Pax sat down, I presume. And as I walk past him, I slightly brush against him before sitting at the table and releasing this small creature onto the table.
Well, what do you
Side
have
eye
there?
adjust glasses.
She looks around as she's on the table, and then floats up, wings really quick, just and then flies off down the stairs.
Well, there
The
goes
hell was that?
There goes our answers. I did hear another one. Would you like me to try to catch that one as well? And I slowly start pulling out my net.
I'm going to help Kalea.
I don't even know what's going on here. What the hell just happened?
I'm just going to give eyes to Flicker. Just play along.
As I'm doing the copying, I'll be handing Pax the papers, and I'm just glance at his nervousness, I'm sure.
I'm
Hand him the
going to
papers in order.
annotate them the proper order so we don't get confused.
Yeah.
Simple enough. So, it takes like 10 minutes or so to fully get everything copied and properly done. And you take out like some string and find like kind of use cloth for the moment, unless you actually have something in your inventory for it. But you make this makeshift kind of book, just to bind all the pages in the correct order and everything like that, out of just like string and cloth, but bound.
This would have some copper wire, honestly.
Okay, yeah, copper wire works. Fine. Okay. And Pax, you
Oui.
wanted to check your book as well?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Go ahead and give me history check.
Even though it's Phyrexians and stuff, can I still aid him? Because it's here on my plane.
Yeah. You know what? Go ahead. Either separate or advantage is fine.
Go ahead. Take advantage.
Okay, thank you, Vega. First is a natural 6 for a 12. Second is a natural 17 for a 23. Thank you, Vega.
Much obliged.
Okay. So, you open to the first page, and these sheets are just normal parchment. It seems that, or you can presume that whoever wrote this small little handbook on Phyrexians wanted it to be obvious, easily found, easily, attainable knowledge, if you know what you're looking for. And if you know what you're looking for, definitely need to know the information, as far as from what you can tell. So, on the normal parchment, it explains on the first 15 pages out of these 20, it explains what happens when a host is afflicted with the plague. The first stage is almost rabid. In a weird sense, they still have their faculties, and their intelligence, and they maintain most of themselves, but their thoughts are pure, for lack of a better term, instinctual, survival based, just predator. Even if they weren't a predator before, they become predatory. There's several stages to this. Again, the first one is the rabidness. The second one, these little machines, or nanotech, you can call it, start to convert the bodily form, and complete, or they call it, where parts start to become more mechanical. They'll eat the bone and the flesh and form metallic parts. So for an example, and it has a drawing, sketching of a wolf that's gone into its first and second stages of this next transformation. The first stage, you see that its fangs are more metallic and just enlarged, like almost too big for its face. You see like a metal plate on its skull, and one of its legs has become just a metallic, coated in like this, like a black and gold metal, with still patches of fur, and the claws are much larger than the rest of them. So it kind of, even the entire leg is more muscular. So it's just like uneven in a lot of senses. And the second sketch has its essentially completed form, where it is just patches of fur. It's twice the size of what it was, and you see that there's almost like extra attachments. Its tail is now spiked and bladed. You used like a spear. It has spikes going down its spine, and again, the teeth are much too large for its face. But you see that the jaw opens up, so they have like a drawing of the face, where kind of like Da Vinci's, I think it's The Perfect Man or whatever it is.
Vitruvian Man.
Yes, the Vitruvian. Thank you. So essentially like that, with the face though. So it has like a second jaw, just kind of lightly drawn to show the full extension of how wide this fucking thing go.
I'll be drawing these pictures.
What are you doing, Levy?
Sorry, I'm getting everything situated.
I saw that too. I saw Levy just like sink down into nothing.
I'm trying to get our Wi-Fi to pick up decent internet.
But yeah, I'll be drawing these pictures as he goes.
Okay. And you find a singular report, and it is the last 5 pages, detailing that whoever wrote this had killed for again, like a better term, a higher ranking Phyrexian. Now, not crazy high, but they had noticed that the things that it had created, like it infected, it afflicted, immediately turned primal. So the ones that, when it seemed as if they were cut off from their host, rather than maintaining intelligence and obeying orders, they went completely primal and started killing each other and just going out and attacking. It wasn't as organized. And that's just from this person's experience of the one that they had seen.
Pax gets very somber towards the end. His pencil just kind of hovers over the page, not writing anything.
Are you okay, Pax? Because I imagine Clay is probably still next to him.
Let's go into tap the pen. Going to look at you. I've been thinking on how we can better equip ourselves to possibly fight something that's going to, just as a page, so aggressive and finite. For lack of a better term, I'm trying to find a cure. And do not have much to work with, especially when once they are given freedom, it seems that Phyrexians just attack whatever is closest to them.
Yes, they are nasty creatures.
If there was a way to, I know this sounds weird, have a copy of your consciousness, like a digitization, just upload that afterwards, and that would be able to override its base programming or self and inhabit an empty vessel, like water in a cup.
I say pretty off the wall things too. But I don't even know what digitization even means.
So I'm sorry. You know ghosts, right?
I don't like to think of ghosts, but yeah.
What if we had Leia's ghost, and she was turned into a Phyrexian, and we found the Phyrexian that converted her, killed her, but we still had her ghost, right? And we put the ghost back into Kalea's body. And it's just Kalea, but now she is metal. Still Kalea.
So you're telling me you
speaking a
want
lot
to
of words.
transfer her soul?
No, not at all. Back up her soul. So when it happens, it's almost instantaneous. At least for Kalea's perspective.
I'd look at Kalea. How is she taking this conversation right now?
I'm very puffed up due to nearly almost dying already.
Yes, you may want to hold on to your soul around Paxis.
It would seem so.
I'm sorry, I do not own the Nine Lives Theater, nor do I want it.
Uh, Forgive me, but what about that thing that flew away? Is that important?
Yes, probably. Am I still able to hear the other one?
Give me a perception check.
It is a rather beautiful sword, though.
Imagine Kalea just
It is.
sitting there, puffed up, staring at Pax like, what the fuck?
As he fondly thinks about swords.
21.
21. It is still flapping its wings at the top of the staircase. Invisibly.
I look over and I say, I may not be able to see you, but I can hear you, and I look directly at where I hear the wings flapping. We mean you no harm. I look to everybody else for assurance on that statement.
You still holding the net?
Yes. Why don't you
She
come...
means no harm. I know she's quite frightening looking, and don't take that the wrong way. It's a benefit. But yeah, we mean you no harm.
Why don't you come join us at the table?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
With
that-
advantage, because I was helping?
He was helping.
But you also did remind that Levy is currently holding a net.
You are, so that kind of, that kind of
Ah, okay.
equals that one out.
If you didn't mention the net.
Okay.
This is going to feverishly start writing in his book after an epiphany.
Wish me luck, guys. I'm better in intimidation than persuasion. Oh, not bad. 14?
Does a 17 hit?
Why, yes, it does.
Oh, fuck.
So you take one point of piercing damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Mm. 19?
Okay.
Neat.
So you see the figure almost like a twin of this creature, of the other one. Takes out a little short bow and fires it at you. You see the little arrow just pluck you in the neck. And then it flies away down the stairs.
Why, you little... And I grab the net and charge after it. And
Puts the net down.
as as soon as I have... Yeah, as soon as I'm within 15 feet of it, I'm going to toss my net at it.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me a D20 roll. We're gonna see if you can catch up fast enough. That's a pumpkin.
Keeping in mind my mobile feet.
Mhm.
If only somebody had that's a 15. If only somebody had a way to be one step in front of something else at all times.
I was just gonna do that. I was gonna be like, if Luffy's chasing the flying creatures, is Cat will get there one step faster.
So that was a 15 for me.
Okay.
I'm sure I
this
saw
creature,
it buzz by.
this creature got a pumpkin, natural 20. So,
Ooh.
you fly down the stairs like your speed, and Clay is right next, or literally one step ahead of you each one, like just in sync. So the two of you are chasing down. This thing is just zip lining itself, like, or wow, what's the serpentine?
Kalea's
There we go.
eyes are the
Serpentine.
size of saucers. You know, like when you
Uh,
play with a cat and their eyes get all huge. That's clear right now.
So this thing is going crazy quick. It's serpentining, and then it flies across the main floor and down the steps towards the basement, or to the bottom, next floor down.
Yeah, I continue chasing it.
Okay. So, Clay, you're not in roll 20.
Hmm?
You're not in roll 20.
We have a chase scene. We're hunting.
Am I missing something here, Pax?
I have roll 20 open.
I have
Why is
no
it?
comment other
Oh,
than
there you go.
that it is terrifying.
Let me see something, because there's a little thing you should be able to do with this. 1 second.
Should we
Okay,
let
I'm not
them
gonna
go on
figure that
their
out. I'll
own,
just
or
roll.
should we follow suit?
I think I'm good here.
So I'm
Could
gonna
use a
leave
cup
you
of tea
guys.
though.
I don't think we can find any tea here.
So,
What in
Kalea
the world?
and Levy,
Yeah.
you chase this little creature, and as you get down these steps, you lose concentration for a moment because of the change. Just you see these beautiful plants and strange colored trees.
I look over to Kalea and say, Kalea, I don't think we're in Ixalan anymore.
If only that were the case. I fucking hate it here.
He's slamming his head against the desk.
Oh my god. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Same.
So yeah, the massive change from the stone in the library, and the stone steps, you feel this wood beneath you, and you start to slow down, and you look around, and again, you see these weird but beautiful colored plants. Besides that, the room, this area is empty. There's, you have the stone walls of the underground. It's like a cavern, and you see a water line coming up here, and just a little tiny boat moving the map. This tiny land bridge. Boom. Here. And you see the water underneath it, and as you look towards that direction, you see that the cave kind of slopes and has an opening where water is going in and out. Yeah, but it's very well lit down here. There's beautiful rays of purple and blue and flecks of gold in the air.
I grab Kalea's arm and I stop and listen. And I'm going to be using my Slayer senses.
Okay.
To listen and get a feel for this area or any creatures that may be lurking here, knowing that some can turn themselves invisible. So I add my proficiency again for my Slayer senses, correct?
Mm-hmm. And which sense are you using? You're listening?
I'm listening.
Okay. Yep.
Ooh. 18, 22, 23, 24.
Okay. And right there is where we're going to take a 2-minute break.
Oh, jeez.
Aw.
I'm writing that number down because that was a good roll.
Yeah, I just got to pee real quick. So we'll be right back 1 minute.
as a player, not character, pretty sure we accidentally went to the Feywilds.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that as well.
Yeah.
I'm
Me
like
and
looking
Pax
at
are
the
just-
spells I have and shit. I'm like, fuck.
Me and Pax are just fucking sitting reading some books.
You called me out so good on that. You're like, it'd be a shame if someone could get there one step faster. And I had my hand on the mute button ready. I was gonna say that. I was like, if Levy's chasing a flying creature, I as cat, I is also
Yeah.
chasing flying creature, but one step ahead.
Yeah. Oh my
I was on it.
goodness.
Like, it was so funny you said that. I was so ready. I was like, I also chase. Especially because she definitely wanted to go away from Pax. Fuck. Claire's like, what?
She
She
just
doesn't
heard the,
understand idioms. You have to
She
explain
just
how
said-
she felt right then.
she just saw Levy bolt, and like her natural cat instincts were like, must chase.
Must go now.
Yeah, and you guys know from when Flicker saw Levy unconscious, Levy is of a hunter type
Animal.
variety. Yeah, creature.
Just imagine. Yep.
Yeah. We're on the fucking prowl. Oh goodness.
Oh, that was great. But oh shit.
What have we done?
Sorry, DM. Poor DM. It's
Pax and
like
Flicker are just
Wizard of
sitting
Oz
there like,
reference. I fucking hate it here.
Flicker's like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay. So you hear sloshing in the water. Very faintly. Under the water. But you can hear just waiting. Like WADING.
Yes, yes.
Okay. But you hear
Could you spell that again,
Tooth.
DM? I didn't get to finish writing that.
Oh man, I don't like the look he's giving me because of that.
so anyway,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, no, so there you hear two things. Just under the water. You can hear every so often a bubble pop. The water here is very, very calm besides that.
Okay, so I look to Kalea and say, keep your bearings to you. There's things in the water.
I will.
Yeah, I think you dropped.
Who? Me? Or-
No, Kalea.
DM passive perception is 16. Would I even hear them anymore?
No, at this point. They're being too quiet. You heard them on the floor below, chasing after this thing and scrambling. But like you heard them going down the steps again, but you can't hear anything yet.
Huh.
They're not being loud enough.
I'll have my hand hovering over my sword.
Yes, I do the same and begin slowly walking forward. Now, is this area, pinpointing on the map, is this area water? Or is the water only over here? Like, and this?
Yeah, so it's here. This is all like cavern, like stone.
Okay.
Not the same as a building, obviously. Not slab. It's actual rock. And then it just gives way to the shoreline here, and then water here, water.
Okay, so very tentatively footed, I begin stepping forward, walking quietly, stealthily to.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace as I notice that she's stealthing and follow stealthily behind her.
Can you read off Pass Without a Trace for me exactly, please?
Yeah, let me pull it up. I have to pull it up through Google because I couldn't add it like that because it's through my necklace.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, let me do that real quick. Okay. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So go ahead and roll stealth checks.
Oh, jeez. Oh, thank goodness for that. Okay. 24.
Okay. Good to know. And Kalea?
25.
Woohoo!
Oh, wait, no. Wait, 25. Hold on. 25, 26, 30.
Oh my
I forgot to add my actual stealth. 30.
Okay. Good to know. You guys are as stealthy as you think you are. I believe you are. Super quiet. Leaving no trace.
Okay. And we can clearly see throughout here, correct?
Yes. It's bright light. It's like a weird bright light. It's hues of purple and blues and like golds in the air. You can see that you can tell it's coming from the trees, the plants, that they're giving off this bioluminescence and lighting up this cavern entirely. It's quite beautiful. In these luminescent, iridescent glows. As you kind of look up towards the ceiling, it looks more pearlescent, as if there's not the darkened stone. It seems like there's some sort of maybe a gem or something like that, crystal or something that kind of reflects, makes it look. Right.
Well, spotting this down here, I walk down to this plant or fungi of sorts, presumably.
It's a tree.
It's a tree.
That is a large tree.
That is a large tree.
As you get closer, it stands about 15 foot high, with these bluish stalks. And you notice that the bulbs on it are giving off a lot of the light, or the leaves. As you get closer, the bark is very, very smooth, almost like a broccoli stalk, if you think of it like that. And these bulbs seem more like a fruit than anything.
Using my knowledge of botany, I'd like to investigate this tree a bit and try to find similarities between this one and ones that I may know, to get a more understanding of this and where we are.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a nature check. You can, since you are using your botany and herbalist knowledge, you can add your proficiency to it.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay. So it takes a bit. You recognize similar structures. It's kind of like a mirror image of other trees that you're familiar with. Can't think of the. I want to say like a cedar, almost. A very smooth bark. And the fruit, you're unsure of. It looks similar to an apple, or an orange, or even a blueberry. Like you pull on things that you're familiar with, and it's category. It's like that similar shape and feel, like just the vibe of it, but you just can't put your finger on what exactly it might be.
Now I'm trying to correlate what type of environments things like this might grow in.
Right.
To give us a better feel for
So
where we ended up.
yeah, so from your knowledge of different planes, you have been to the Feywilds in the past. You're not in the Feywilds. You didn't walk through a portal. You can see that the environment is fate touched. More so where they affected the surroundings, and they kind of, whatever creatures or creature makes this its home, affected the life and caused this area to become this. A more comfortable living area for them. A little hovel, if you will.
I believe we have found at least one of the abodes of the Fae that they were speaking of.
Should we perhaps let Flicker and Pax know this is down here?
Now, did we end up, like, going back through the area of the library we've been to before and ended up here? Or is this a brand new nook or area of the library that we hadn't previously been to?
You haven't previously been here. You did pass through the main lobby when you came in. So, again, the way that the library was positioned, you have the entrance and you have that long table in the center, and the bookshelves almost nearly touching the table itself. So you have that weird squeezing passage. On the right side and left side corners, you had staircases. One was leading up, which is where you went, and then the left staircase led down, where you just went just now. Originally, you went upstairs.
Okay.
And then in the center, at the back, was the librarian's desk. Where
Yes, let us return to them. And I walk back, but when I get to the bridge, I would like to look over and see if I can spot anything that I heard moving. See if anything is breaching.
Sure. Those are actually steps.
Oh.
Yeah, just so you're aware. It's a small staircase. Because this area is a ledge. It's not super high or anything. Like you could easily just kind of step or at your height, maybe like pull yourself up.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not super highlighted or anything like that. But yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me.
Perception?
Yes, please.
Can I give advantage by helping her look? Because I am also, I am
That was a 19.
good at perception checks.
I'll roll again.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, 19.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you notice just the top of a head and a set of eyes from over here. Just looking over
Can you ping
the
that
sledge,
again?
like you can kind of see. Yeah, over here. Ping it again. Bottom left corner.
Bottom left corner. Okay.
Is that working?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought my pen wasn't working for a second.
No, I was zoomed in too much.
Oh, okay. So you see, kind of like fingertips, just very lightly. They're like a medium royal blue. Just kind of holding, and like you see just eyes and the top of a head peeking over. You see a small fin on the top of its head, and it's kind of like where normally you might think that it would be pointed up. It's kind of like slicked back, almost trying to be not seen.
Yes, I'll continue walking back up the library, and once we are clear of this area, I'll say to, I'll lean towards Kalea and say in almost a hushed tone, and I believe we had been reading about merfolk. There may have been one watching us. Possibly. I could be incorrect.
Well, hopefully they're more helpful than harmful.
Yes. And we walk back to Paxis and Flicker. Well, we found a small area, abode, of where these fey creatures live. At the bottom of the library.
I was gonna say, DM, how long would that altercation between them and us, and them running down and us just staying there, would have taken?
I mean, no more than probably 10 minutes of them exploring downstairs and coming back up, give or take.
Okay, because I was contemplating on how to find them. So, okay.
May I ask why you ended up in their abode?
Well, it flew off.
Kalea's tails like swing. I wanted to catch the flying bug.
Well, first off, I'm not sure you guys should be running off that way. We don't know what's bound to happen, but obviously something is different down there.
I'm just going to look at Flicker and then back to you two. Well, did you catch it?
No, it hid. But I was able to see and hear other things down there that prefer to stay hidden. You are much more personable than I. I have to admit, if you would like to speak with them.
I'm also not half bad at presenting myself as well.
Insight check. Just
Are you
Do it.
insight checking me?
No, just kidding.
I was gonna say I have a nice little star next to my persuasion, sir.
I mean, she has a star.
Uh-huh.
Big
Uh-huh.
gold or
But we don't know that.
And
Levy, do you want me to talk to them?
Yes, let's all descend to this area.
Well, I like a good mystery. I'm all for it.
I'm just going to pack up the one on the table. Make sure that it's. Oh yes, because we bound it all. The books basically in a neat stack and them to the return desk. Hopefully.
so you're stacking up all the books and returning them.
Paxis,
Like bringing them
perhaps it's
downstairs?
better we put them back ourselves so nobody is able to truly understand exactly what we were researching.
Oh yes. Quite.
I'll
I
grab
don't know
the-
where you got these.
I'll grab the book that I had found about the. I'm just gonna say it like it is about the cult, and return that to
I'll
where
take-
I found it.
I'll take the 2 books
Okay.
I found, the blue bound and the gold book, back to where I found them.
The last book in Paxis's hand is just going to float out of his hand and return to its perch.
Okay. Simple enough.
Well then, it seems we're going down and having some new fun.
Yes, brace yourselves.
Stars above.
It is much
I
different
need to-
down here.
I need to look presentable. I put the blanket that I'm currently being swaddled in back into the bag and fix my hair, put the braid
Also-
back.
I'll switch out my feathers to have the first feather that came with the hat, so it's not the rainbow one, and tip it over my head. Well, shall we be off?
Yes, leads the way, Levy, putting Flicker between her and me.
Right this way. And I descend the stairs. Still very tentatively, and trying not to make any sudden movements.
I make a perception check of that the shadow entity that we saw coming into the library. Not a shadow, but it was just a gray mass. Is it still there?
It is still there. You're making a perception check. Is there anything you're looking for? Or did you,
Well,
did you just want to see if it was there?
I wanted to see if that gray mass was still there, or red mass for me was still there, and if I can determine if there's any other masses within the vicinity. If maybe
Sure.
maybe the door has been ajar after we came in or something like that.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Roses are red, violets are red, everything's red. My name's Flicker.
Ooh, that's a good
That's
roll.
beautiful.
Natural 19 for 21.
21. Okay. The doors are not ajar. This figure is still in the seat behind the desk. Hasn't moved. Doesn't move. After taking a closer look at it, you realize this creature is dead.
Well then, crew.
Almost did a spit dig.
It seems we're accompanied by the dead, other than the VAMP IREs.
How do the dead accompany you?
Well, they're sitting right there in that chair. It's dead.
What?
It's dead.
It's not. It's dead in the sense that it's not moving. It's not undead. It's just.
Well, I don't know about that. It's just dead. Is it? I can't tell if it's decomposed or not. Correct.
An invisible force pushes it shoulder.
Paxis, are you poking the dead?
No, you don't know that.
Oh.
You don't know that.
I'm gonna produce flame and get a closer look.
As you produce the flame, the figure falls out of its chair.
No, Jesus!
Draw my sword immediately.
False alarm, I believe. Hold on just a moment. I'm gonna hold the flame towards the corpse. Is there any markings? How fresh is it, or not fresh?
So now that the cloak has kind of fallen back off of its head, it is bald. The flesh is decomposing. It's almost mummified, as if like the life force was drained from it. Not necessarily its blood, or any like more. It seems like it's sunken in, almost like its organs were sucked out, or just just its general life force. And yet it's not giving off the smell of decomposition.
Can I?
So it's
Flicker notices this, right?
he's inspecting the body. So again, it's not. It seems like there may have been some sort of spell, curse, some sort of magical force that is keeping it from giving off a scent. And it seems like the fact that the life force was drained, is causing this weird mummification, decomposition.
And there's no markings or anything like on its cloak or anything.
No. I mean the only marking,
Like
so you
like
kind
an
of roll.
emblem or a sigil or something.
Yeah, so you roll over the corpse, and on the back of the cloak is the symbol of the Legion of Dusk. That same cross with the setting sun, kind of big and emboldened in gold on the back, and that's the only real marking besides general nice embroidery, and you can see I'm sorry, there is one more. There is a eye on the hood. Also embroidered in gold. If you'd like, you can make a religion or a history check, or a general intelligence check to see if you know anything about it.
Flicker, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just checking the body out. Just a minute.
Can you tell what perhaps did this?
That's what I'm looking for. It just seems there's a magical, some type of force that's blocking it from decaying permanently and stuff like that. I'm going to roll a. You said history, religion, or general intelligence? That's all the same. So.
Yeah, I mean, it'll give different information depending on your choice,
I rolled history, and it was a natural one.
You don't know shit.
Fair enough.
Like, suddenly, you hear wings. You hear just flapping. And you kind of look around. Something shits in your eye.
God damn it, not again.
Passive perception is 16. Was that the pigeon?
You're goddamn right, it was the pigeon.
I pull out my net.
How the fuck did he even get in here? The fuck?
It seems you have an admirer, Flicker.
You admire my fucking ass.
Ask just pinches the bridge of his nose, moving up his glasses.
God.
Y'all ever hear a pigeon purr?
Can I touch the body and cast identify?
Identify? Can you read the spell for me? Yeah, what are you trying to identify exactly?
The magic that was used on it. Identify.
Okay.
It says if I touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
I cast what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this? Gives off pigeon. So
Third level.
Yeah, what? I know what you're saying, Mary. What the fuck about that?
okay, so Colette, with your identify, you're unfamiliar with the spell. You can't get a grasping on what exactly. It seems like some sort of strange magic. You are familiar with it. You can tell that it is a colored magic rather than a spell. And it gives off faint feelings of necromancy. So that being able to put two and two together, you know that it was some sort of black aligned magic. Some sort of force with that, rather than a spell. It seemed like an ability, or it just gives off a strange aura. Again, but the closest thing that you can figure is necromancy, and it's black aligned.
We may want to be more careful than we originally thought. This reminds me of those people that raise other people from the dead, and it's dark. It's black.
Well, if nobody minds, then I can torch the body.
Perhaps not
Already
in the
dead.
library?
No, I don't think that's a good idea, Flicker.
But what if it comes back? And
You have
then
something on your eye.
I know. I'm currently wiping it off. But what if it comes back? And then we have to go into battle. And I say this in means of like how in Evil Within, he has matches and burns the bodies so they don't come back.
Yes, but
Flicker,
we are in a
surrounded by
library.
We're
Yeah.
surrounded by people, Flicker.
Well, it's just contained to the body.
No.
It's
no,
never just
No.
contained.
Absolutely not.
Fire is a fickle
Fine.
thing.
It's okay.
You'd
if
think he'd know that.
I can eat fire. If it goes out of control, I can just eat it.
You want
would
to
eat
eat
a burning
fire
body.
from a dead. You want to eat fire from something dead that I told you It had the works of dark magic on it.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Right.
We can take it with us and burn it outside of the library when we are finished here.
Fine, fine.
I mean, it's not like he's going anywhere.
You don't know that. You said it was dark magic.
Kalea just walks away.
Yes, I lead the charge down the stairs to this cavern.
Swipes his
Sure.
hands on his chest and follows Flicker once he does go.
Flicker puts his hands behind his head. Is like always taking out of the fun of things, and follows.
Levy, perhaps don't catch the pigeon.
Arson is not
It
fun.
needs to be shit done.
Oh,
I've caught it once
trying to
before. It seems
wasn't
that
trying to commit arson. Just get rid of something that could potentially be a problem later.
I
But
descend
by all
the
means,
stairs
Crew goes first.
once again very tentatively.
I'm not sure how Pass Without a Trace works because I casted it when it was just me and Levy. Is it not possible for me to extend it out to Flicker and Pax because I've already casted it, or would it carry over to them now that they're here if I choose to do so?
Unfortunately, it is just on casting.
Just wanted to make sure.
And you are still concentrating on it?
Concentration, yeah.
Yeah, because it Identify did not use concentration.
Okay. I will once again stealth. And when I do reach the bottom of the stairs, I will stop and wave Paxis forward and point into the back corner of the cavern where I saw something watching us.
And you said that this thing was Fae?
Presumably.
Pax is going to give you a look.
So with Pass Without a
Then-
Trace, that's 32 for my stealth.
Yeah, seeing Levy's stealth, I would assume.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Flicker.
19.
What exactly am I asking, by the way?
Well, we need to find out if they're harmful.
And what's happening here? With the names and everything. Their relationship with these nobles. Everything.
You wish to know more about the malady afflicting the town.
Yes.
Okay.
Before Pax walks off, Kalea will put her hand on his shoulder and you got this and cast aid. So you get
what?
I'm sorry, not aid, cast resistance.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, so yeah, 1d4 on an add the numbered roll to one saving throw, just in
Oh, you-
case.
Resistance or bless?
Resistance. So it's
Okay,
1d4
on a saving throw.
on a saving throw. Better than nothing. Because
That is concentration. So you're dropping Pass Without a Trace?
ooh, it is concentration.
Wait, does your amulet, it just gives you the ability to cast it rather than,
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
like-
My amulet is
right.
what gives me the means to do that.
right, does it say, like, just cast, or does it maintain concentration for you?
Let me.
I don't remember what we did, because sometimes we put that on homebrew items, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about like needing to concentrate it.
The actual spell is concentration.
Yeah.
As a Earth Genasi. But yeah, whatever you guys did. Must be different.
Yeah. Okay. So then, put it as cast. Okay. Yeah. So if we didn't put it as this, the amulet maintains the concentration
Yeah, it
for
just
you,
says
then
it says as an action that I can use it once per day without expending a spell slot.
okay. All right. Yeah. So it's just a free spot. Okay. Got you. Yeah. No. Yeah. So you would have to concentrate on that, unfortunately. So that's up to you. You can drop past without a trace. But I wanted to give you just the heads up on that.
Yeah, no, I'll keep pass without a trace up. Sorry.
Okay, and I would like to be, as he is walking towards, I'm going to be taking wide arounds, basically, trying to stay fairly close to him, um, so I can reach him if needed, but also staying back so as not to be intimidating, as it appears I naturally am.
Okay.
That's just right.
Pax, you can go ahead and move your token, but as you take your first step off the stairs and touch the floor, purple and blue flowers bloom under your feet.
Well,
With every step you take,
hmm.
and then fade away as your foot leaves.
It seems they've implemented an alarm system. This did not happen before? Previously, the previous time we were here? Yes.
You're asking me? No.
Be cautious, everyone.
And just keep as a for bearing's sake, it's only Pax when he steps on it. Flicker, if you are following, also when you step on it, the same thing happens. Kalea and Levy are immune from this, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'd be following close to Levy, but keeping a wide spread just in case. Not too far, not too close.
I take my first tentative steps, looking at the mirage of colors. I'm going to maintain a courtly air, putting my nose slightly in the air, angling my chin, and putting my best foot forward. Inside, I'm going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh, greetings and salutations. Is there anyone home?
You are met with silence.
I'm going to take out a very specific coin. And, gonna flip it up in the air a few times. Just throw it and catch it. And throw it and catch it. But the last time I throw it, it's going to hang in the air.
Can you move your token? And let me know where you are.
You got it.
Thank you.
Paxis Al Requies. I'm going to move down the stairs. Move across. And that's where I'm just going to just keep flipping and tossing the coin. And the third time that I flip and toss it, it's going to hang in the air. And I'm going to make it glow with light. 5 feet orbiting ball of light in the air. Hello?
Can you give me a strength check for the mage hand, if you don't mind?
Strength check for the mage hands, please. How does that work? Because it can only control 5 pounds.
I mean, I think a gold coin is, or the specific coin is less than a pound, I would imagine. Yeah. So you can use your strength modifier. It's fine.
Okay. Saving throw. I'm sorry, or a check. I'm just getting everything fired up.
Just a check, please.
Hey, that's my line.
That is a natural 15 for a 16.
Excellent. Yeah. This got a natural 4 for a 0. So, you hear this little above you, and you look up, and you see that tiny little figure is holding the coin and like struggling with all of its might to pull the coin from the air. And then you see it, like, you hear little dinging, and you see this little creature is like biting the coin, trying to really trying to pull it. Get it?
You really like that coin, don't you?
She looks down and nods, still like one foot on either side of the coin, as she's like using all of her strength to pull it back.
Very gently, not too forcefully, I'm going to bring down the coin, including the little person, if it does not fly away.
She's determined.
I understand that people like you like deals, yes?
She points at herself, takes a kind of nods her head back and forth, and then yeah.
Now, and I'm going to snap my fingers. It's going to turn off. You can do it too. Do you want to see?
She nods her head.
Now, focus on the light. I'm going to show symbol of the sun. It's the alchemical symbol of the sun that's emblazoned on it. Think about it.
Oh.
Now think about how warm the sun is. And snap.
You see her close her eyes. She snaps.
The coin can be
Does
used
it
by
work?
any. It's a magical object.
Perfect. Okay. So she doesn't lights up, and you see her eyes just like wide open, like oh.
Okay.
And then she snaps again to turn it off, and then snap.
I will give you this magic coin if
It's
you can
your
give
party.
me answers.
What kind of answers?
That is not the deal. You get coin, I get true answers.
She smiles. Agreed.
And I'm going to take my hands away from it, like kind of showing that it's not mine anymore. And Mage Hand is going to go away as well.
I can give you 3 answers.
That is very generous. Why do the townspeople eat gold?
I know nothing of what you speak.
What deals do the aristocracy have with the Fae?
I will give you one other question. I cannot speak on others' deals. So that will be one free one. You have 2 more.
That is fair, that is fair. What do you know of the fact that the people of this town do not remember their names?
Zakama is the name of that feathered elder. You also seemed so interested.
DM, could you say that again? You're coming in very low.
Oh, sorry. Zakama is the name of that elder dinosaur with feathers that you all seemed so very interested in.
But that wasn't the answer to my question.
You said I needed to give 3 true answers.
Ah.
You did not say they needed to answer your questions.
Oh, the Fae are dazzlingly, quite cutely, infuriatingly.
Thank you.
Since I cannot guarantee that I will get the answer to my question, I'm going to ask something that I would want to know, and hopefully I can get an answer to. What do you know of Ascanta?
Now that's an interesting question. My answer to that is not much. I was around when it sank. The River Heralds would be the ones that you must seek out for your answers. They're the ones that caused it to sink. There are many of them. They're very elusive. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be taking this coin. Thank you. And she starts to flap off. Hover off, I should say.
Well, one more thing as she powders off. I'm sorry, I was muted.
That's okay.
Would any of your friends like coins too?
That is a question you would have to ask them.
I will come back
They're
another day with another coin.
I will say this. As much as I love them, we are all family. Not all are as nice as I am. You understand?
I am going to give a very courtly bow. I understand completely, and thank you for your kindness and patience.
Of course. And we all thank you, all, for your respect.
I'm going to give a wave. Wave, everyone.
I look around kind of awkwardly and lift my hand and slowly wiggle 3 fingers.
I give a big smile, anime peace sign. Tilted head.
And I will wave as well.
After that, Max turns and briskly walks out like, come on, let's go, come on.
I straighten up and follow behind Pax. But when I do get to the bottom of the stairs, I am going to stop and make sure everybody else gets up the stairs safely.
Simple enough.
And I follow behind.
Make him out.
Oh my god.
You did really good, Pax. You did really good.
I'm sweating and so cold.
Breathe in your nose, out your mouth.
You did very good, Paxis.
So-
Chin up.
Okay. Whew.
Tap him on the back. Good job there.
Well, it doesn't seem that they know anything about, I'm going to damp the sweat with a handkerchief. About, the townspeople eating gold.
I'm going to pat him on the back and say, Paxis, we will speak at the ship.
Okay. Just going to inch a few, like a foot, just out of the swing zone.
And we hurry back to the ship, presumably, correct?
I get there one step faster.
Wait, is it the middle of the day?
You notice that it is nighttime.
Oh, fuck that. I'm going back to the ship.
When you all get to the ship, you see Ludwin pacing on deck, walking back and forth. Right?
I really don't like the look.
Where have you been? You've been gone for 2 weeks?
Oh.
What?
That's where we're gonna get it tonight.
What? What? No fucking way. I was gonna insight check that shit. Oh, fuck.
By his body language, I presume he's being sincere.
Insights checks DM.
I was
Answers!
just gonna well, knowing
Go-
the way Ludwig
ahead.
is, he likes. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead and give me your insight check, yeah. And that's we'll end it after the insight check.
Okay, straight roll. Straight roll. This one rolled a natural 20 for me before we started. Come on. 15.
15?
Yeah.
All right, that's where we're gonna get it tonight.
And I swear to God, I'm going to find a paper bag for Pax. It's
Yeah.
like it's going to be a small mission. I'm going to find Pax a fucking paper bag.
Honestly, I'm going to need it personally by the end of this campaign.
Should enchant it with calm emotions.
This the
I'm
perfect
going to
time
end up
would have been
spending
when the
more money
mummy.
on postage sending you a paper bag in the mail than I am on getting an actual paper bag.
When the mummy or whatever fell to the ground, just perfect, just.
I'm not kidding. I'm finding Pax a fucking paper bag. It's gonna fucking happen. It's gonna be beautiful. Oh
Yeah.
my
Man.
god.
Whoa.
2 fucking weeks.
2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Fuck.
What's 2 weeks?
What?
That's what Bloodwind said. We were gone for 2 weeks.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you meant session picks up in 2 weeks. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
No.
Right.
Inside check.
Okay, so I will give this to you guys for the inside check. He is being serious.
Oh,
yeah, I figured.
Shit.
oh, man.
Yeah.
2 fucking weeks.
Oh, well.
Now, was it the library or was it the basement? That's the question.
Everybody, no, I haven't.
Was it the
even
books?
relayed we crossed over to the Fame Realm. We went into their room.
Oh, welcome to the Fey Realm, they say. It'll be fine, they say.
Oh, you are the one that said it. You are Zane.
That is
You
not
are
a lie.
DM,
Wildly
We
accurate
just happened to chase glittering things.
Our own reckless hunting got us into this situation.
Damn it.
I am pacing anxiously.
DM, I forgot, as a fire genasi at 3rd level, I have the spell Burning Hands once a day at 1st level.
Nice. Okay. Did you want to retroactively use that on anything? Or on some books, maybe?
Fuck off.
Maybe a dead body or two. Light the
Hey.
library on fire.
Arson.
You never know. Never know. But I have that spell once a day.
I mean, if I were you, I'd use
Or-
my burning
Did
hands.
you
on
just
a
want to
pigeon.
say that you have burning hands once a day before session?
Well, I have dark vision, so.
Okay, so she dies
have
immediately.
red-
Okay, 2 people.
I have
Three.
I have
ahead.
red vision.
Come on. Make it a TPK, guys. Come on, Kalea.
No, I'm
Make it a
okay.
fucking TPK.
I'm fine. I'm good.
Are you sure? Sure.
The lone survivor.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I fucking
Wait,
hate
is he
it.
gonna beat us to death?
Maybe.
He gets there one step faster.
So yeah, I didn't.
Get to death one step faster. I have dark vision.
Oh,
Oh,
she
no.
did it. She did it. TPK.
TPK. Okay, so Pax reminded me, and I actually thought of it at the same time when he messaged me a little while ago. Please remind me over the week. I'm going to try to get it out to you either a little bit after session tonight or hopefully by tomorrow. But please remind me. Give you your level 4 Planeswalker abilities. Message me if you want a singular color and which color that is, or if you want your dual color. All right. So yeah, please. All right. So yeah. That being said, I guess the announcement. January 30th, Sunday, will be our 8-hour charity session. We'll be making a post about it on Facebook and start promoting it starting next week. That being said, we're going to put up a poll in the next couple days onto Facebook, and we have a few charities in mind, and one of our good friends, Literal Mind. Thank you very much. Gave a couple suggestions, and we're going to be throwing at least one of those into the pool as well. So yeah, we'll be putting up a poll. So if everybody could vote on what charity you guys would like to see, get benefit, that we could all help donate to. Again, 100% of donations, anything that follows through, will be going to the charity itself. We'll be thinking of some fun things to be doing during that session, during the 8-hour event. For like, if you donate $1, that you'll get this reward. Like one of us will do something for this, yada yada. We'll think of some fun things. And if you guys have any suggestions of what you'd like to see for your donations, please feel free. If you want to see some players swap bodies for 5 minutes, swap minds. Right, that just came off the top of my head. Things like that. That'd be super awesome. So yeah, that being said, thank you all very much.
DM.
Oh,
DM.
Yes.
DM.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you
want? Is the charity going to be a completely new one-shot, a continuous campaign that we're doing? Do we need new PCs?
It is new PCs. It is just one shot, one playthrough, and whether we get to the end or not, that's we'll see what happens there.
That's
but
not
yeah,
how much
to
of
me,
an
one.
we are as viewers.
Yeah. And that's okay. I mean,
can I bring in
yeah.
Bugsy the Bugbear Barbarian?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. There's no reason not to. I'll figure out what level we're going to be playing at. I'll let you guys know ASAP, and we'll put it in at the post. Yeah. It will be an 8-hour, and honestly, if we don't finish it, we can do another session, and we'll continue it until we finish, and maybe we'll donate to another charity the next time. The one that got the second highest or whatever, but we'll keep doing the event until we finish the singular one-shot story, and yeah, we'll take it from there. And
we don't finish a one-shot in 8 hours.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. But no, yeah, seriously though. Yeah, I really don't either. But on a serious note, yeah. If it's as successful as I really hope it is going to be, I'd love to do this. Maybe not once a month. If we can, once a month, once every other month. I'd like to do it a little bit more often and really, help the world as much as possible. Bring the nerds together. Help animals. I'm really happy about it. Okay, sorry, I'm just dragging on. I could go on about how excited I am, honestly. I've always wanted to do a charity D&D. It's like a little dream come true. Sorry. Okay. So thank you very much. We love you all, and as always, remember, stay natural.
Stay
natural, you nerds.
Stay natural, you nerds.
Stay natural, you nerds.
Stay natural, you nerds.